Hi, this is Mel. I hope all of you are doing awesome. Today we're going to do a love story. It's a requested video. So Joey was living with her mom and dad, and she was about 17 years old, and she had a typical childhood, not very good. Though her mom and dad, they didn't get along that good, so they always had a fight. And her dad and mom, they had a huge age difference, about some 20 years difference, and so they never got along. And her mom wasn't satisfied with dad since he was very old, and also dad did not have a good character. So mom also did not have that much of a good character either, and staying in a home like that and growing up in a home like that, Joey had to struggle a lot. But by the time she was 17, she had a boyfriend, and she actually had a boyfriend starting from age 14, and his name was Rahul. So Rahul and Joey, they ran away around age 17, and they were the same age. And even though Rahul didn't have any job or anything, so they ran away. And after that, they did some odd jobs and struggled a lot. And Rahul lived with Joey in his parents' home, and his mom used to Rahul's mom used to work as a cook, and dad used to work as a priest. And so Rahul's mom and dad were good, but even though they had only one son, but they couldn't give their son that good of education because Rahul was from childhood very stubborn, bratty, not good of a son. But anyway, so Joey and Rahul started living in Rahul's parents' home, and Joey used to work all day to take care of the house since Rahul's mom went to work in other people's house as a cook, and Rahul's dad went to do prayer ceremonies, and they try to do good things for Rahul, but Rahul seems like a spoiled boy. He was only son. Joey was also only daughter, but Joey's parents weren't so good. So after Joey ran away, then around when Joey was 18, a year later, her mom ran away with another man. And that was very devastating for Joey, but at least she waited till Joey was 18 years old. And dad had a lot of bad stories to tell. So by the time Joey was 22, her dad got some papers and gave her a real wedding. It wasn't a huge wedding, just a small wedding at the temple, and did a registration marriage. So the marriage became registered, and then after that they had a baby girl named Tina. So Rahul was always in between jobs, getting small jobs, and Joy started working. She also started working with her mother-in-law, and she was making money, and she always used to get any kind of jobs like making flowers, this, that, arts and crafts, always try to make money. So somehow they were able to eat 3 times a day, not luxury food, just simple basic food. And then Joy found a good job, and this job was just a business, and she created this business with another woman who was giving her the job, and this was about silk flower making. So she got really good at it, and she used to stay up very late night making flowers. And there was this yeah, so this is going on for like 12 years. By this time her daughter Tina was 6 years old, and there was this guy, his name was Akash, and he used to come to give Joy the materials for the flowers. So he was coming for quite a while, quite some time, and then they started being friends. And this Akash, this by this time, Joy was about 31 years old, and Rahul was 31 too, because they're same age, and their daughter was like 5 years old. And then Akash was coming, bringing raw materials, and in the daytime when Akash came, Joy would give him little tea, and they will talk. And before they know, the talk turned to some love affair, and they stayed for a year. And after 1 year, Rahul was suspecting, but one day he caught Joy and Akash in such condition that his suspicion became the reality. So he knew this is for real, they're having an affair. So they had a huge fight, and they called Akash not to come ever, and they got another delivery person. But since Joey loved Akash so much, and she always thought about him, so she didn't know what to do. She was very sad at first. So then she started going after her work. She started going near, there was a river. She'll go by the river and sit there and think about him, even though Rahu told her that if he ever catches her with Akash, that will be end of it, and he will take away their daughter Tina and throw her out. Well, one day this happened. He caught her with talking to Akash, and he got very upset, and he took their daughter Tina and he threw Joy out, and Joy had to get out with her one clothes what she was wearing, because he wouldn't let her in. Now about Rahu's character a little bit. Rahu, throughout the last 12 years, Joy worked hard, her mother-in-law worked hard, father-in-law worked hard, but Rahu just stayed home, eat and sleep, and never wanted to do anything, was extremely lazy. His food had to be cooked and brought in front of him to eat. He never bothered to go out, get a job, or do any household chores, household works, and did not like to do anything. He just liked to sit with his computer or with his phone and play games and just eat and sleep, and maybe once in a while, if he feel like it, then exercise a little bit on the roof. And that's all he did. And they had a dog in their house, in Rahu's house. He liked the dog, and he would just clean up after the dog once in a while. But that's all the work he did. He never did any housework, or he was not good with the child Tina either. He did not look at her homework or teach her. And the child had a teacher, and she would come and teach the child. But everybody else in the home worked really hard. So over last 12 years, Joy had to suffer a lot because of Rahu, and she depended on Rahu and came out of a bad home. But then Rahu, actually being very lazy, could not give her anything, and everything she earned her money and built her home and bought furniture. So everything that was needed to be done, Joey did it, and Rahu couldn't do anything but eating, sleeping, and watching TV, watching movies, or playing games. That's all he did. So, in 12 years, Joey got extremely tired of his laziness. And when she saw Akash, saw how energetic, lively, and hardworking person that Akash was, that Joey started having feelings about Akash just because Akash. And Rahul did not pay any attention about Joey's needs either. He never took her out or took her to any eating place or any vacation or anywhere, because he just didn't like to do any of those. So all this thing kind of pushed Joey towards this new love affair. But obviously it was her fault too, but she did have a right to have a better life. Just because she chose Rahul and this was a bad relationship, but that didn't mean that she had to be in it forever and ever. She did have right. And when she left, she was thrown out of the house, but she really didn't want to leave her daughter, but she had no choice because he threw her out. And she knew taking her daughter would have difficult time adjusting to a new place. So she thought that first she'll go and adjust and later come back for the daughter. In the meantime, daughter will be fine with grandma, grandpa, and her lazy father. So one day this happened. He caught her with talking to Akash, and he got very upset, and he took their daughter Tina and he threw Joey out, and Joey had to get out with her one clothes what she was wearing because he wouldn't let her in. And then she called Akash, and Akash came to get her, and then she went away from there. As they were going to make their new life, and then while they're going in a train, and then the train had an accident and they both died. And then after that, the train had the accident near a village, and then after the incident at night, villagers would see that near the train accident place there was this little river. So they would see a man and a woman would sit by the river and talk to each other and just very lovingly look at each other, talk to each other. So this was a triangle love story, which did have a bad ending, but I guess God meant it for them to be together forever, and this is based on a true story. So I hope you like it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share, and I'll see you with many, many more. Bye bye.